fellow astronauts Neil Armstrong and Gene Cernan. They've testified to Congress that the Obama administration's drive to commercialize space could compromise safety and eventually cost the taxpayers.
Now is the time to overrule this administration's pledge to mediocrity.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it.
Well, I mean, Tesla really faced a severe threat of death due to the Model 3 production ramp. Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and just if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die.
And I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, yeah. You know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind. And it was extremely difficult to solve them.
How close to death did you come?
Within single-digit weeks.
22 hours a day, or like how many
I
hours?
was working, so 7 days a week, sleeping in the factory. I worked everywhere I worked in the paint shop, general assembly, body shop.
You ever worry about yourself imploding, like it's just too much?
Absolutely. No one should put this many hours into work. This is not good. People should not work this hard. They should not do this. This is very painful.
Painful in what sense?
It hurts my brain to my heart.
And we came very close to both companies not succeeding in 2008. You know, we'd had 3 failures of the SpaceX rocket, so we were 0 for 3. We had the crazy financial recession, like the Great Recession. The Tesla financing round had fallen apart because it's pretty hard to raise money for a startup car company if GM and Chrysler are going bankrupt.
I think the first is you need to work, depending upon how well you want to do, and particularly if you're starting a company, you need to work super hard.
How you doing on score? And just there's going to be some amount of failure, but you want your net output, net useful output to be maximized. Failure is essentially irrelevant unless it is catastrophic.
Okay.
So what does super hard mean? Well, when my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had just one computer. So the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night, 7 days a week, all the time. And I sort of briefly had a girlfriend in that period, and in order to be with me, she had to sleep in the office. So work hard, like, every waking hour. That's the thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company.
So this is an ATM. What we're going to do is transform the traditional banking industry.
I do not fit the picture of a banker.
X.com, this is Julie.
And I mean, if you do the simple math, you say like, okay, if somebody else is working 50 hours and you're working 100, you'll get twice as much done in the course of a year as the other company.
And certainly nobody was making any money at all. Most people thought the internet was going to be a fad.
Not this South African entrepreneur. Musk sold his first computer program at the age of 12, and he hasn't stopped selling since.
But when critics say you can't do this, your answer to them is,
we've done it.
I do think what this heralds really is fundamentally a new era in spaceflight, a new era in space exploration, we're going to go to the moon. We're going to have a base on the moon. We're going to send people to Mars, and make life multiplanetary. And I think this day heralds a new age of space exploration. That's what it's all about. From people at SpaceX, people at NASA. Hey, Kathy. Hey, so much. We're 18 years. This has been 18 years to finally fly people to orbit and back. And I really came here because I just wanted to see Bum Doug, to be totally frank. It was like, thank goodness. Like my entire adrenaline, it was just dumped, you know. It's like, thank God. You know. And I'm not very religious, but I prayed for this one. So just once again, thanks everyone at SpaceX, NASA, FAA, everyone, Air Force, you know, that played a role in this, and its key suppliers that did incredible work. Thanks again, and you know, I think this is something that the whole world can take some pleasure in, and can really look at this as an achievement of humanity. And there's, you know, these are difficult times when, you know, there's not that much good news, and I think this is one of those things that is universally good, no matter where you are on planet Earth. This is a good thing, and I hope it brightens your day. Thank you.